So the first fragrance on this list needs to be reintroduced because the 2015 fragrance it derived from is one of the best-selling fragrances on the planet, yet at the same time is one of the most hated in the fragrance community. Now, the creators of this fragrance, the House of Dior, reintroduced a new flanker in 2021, which started the whole elixir craze. And by the way, that one is a masterpiece. But no, when it comes to getting compliments, this 2019 flanker is hard to beat. And that's because it's a smoother, richer, sexier version of the original. Now, the original, as you might have guessed, is Dior Sauvage. The overpowering masterpiece, that is the Sauvage Elixir. And by the way, there's a few other versions, the EDP, the Very Cool Spray, and the unfortunate recent release of Fort. But if you want to get crazy compliments, the Sauvage I'm going to recommend is the Parfum, a four-season fragrance whose main accords are citrus, woods, and amber. The Parfum, when it was released, flew under the radar and to this day is one of the least talked about Sauvage flankers, which is perhaps why reviewers love it, because when compared to the original EDT, the Parfum is its classier, sexier, more sophisticated older brother. And when it comes to getting compliments, the Parfum will not let you down. It's got the original Sauvage's DNA, but it's not so much in your face. And I know for me, when I wear it, it radiates confidence and I get compliments. Now, the next fragrance on this list is just as well known, has been out since 2010, but surprisingly doesn't have nearly as many flankers. Now, there are a couple, to be straight up, they're both awesome. Right here, I've got the Absolute. It's a darker, richer, sweeter, heavier version of the original. And then there's the Clone, and as the name implies, a lighter, fresher version of the original. But when it comes to compliments, in my experience, nothing beats the OG. I'm talking about Creed Aventus. Now, the accords here, this is a fruity, sweet, woodsy, leathery, smoky, citrus fragrance with a bit of musk. And since its release well over a decade ago, this fragrance has been the king for so many guys. That holy shit fragrance that has something magical about it. And personally, I don't know if it's the smell or just simply the way that you walk more confidently when you're wearing this fragrance. But over the years, it seems like every time I'm wearing this when I travel, I get a compliment on how I smell great. Now, if you're into fresh fragrances, you want something a little bit more niche, something that's got more of a citrus top, check out Raja Dove's Elysium. It's a beautiful, warm weather, aromatic fougere that's masculine, yet still sexy because of the vanilla notes. But maybe you want something more aquatic, maybe more affordable, then check out Aquatic Profondo. And similar to Sauvage, you're going to see a lot of flankers out there. Just in this line, you've got the lights and you've got the Parfum. Now, either one of those are cool, but I'd go with the original because of the stronger aquatic notes. Now, at this point, probably two thoughts have crossed your mind. First up, that's a load of expensive fragrances you've talked about so far. And the second point would be, well, if all these get you compliments, what happens when you mix them? Wouldn't that get you crazy compliments? Well, get this. Today's sponsor, the Dior brand, has done just that. So imagine if Creed Aventus and Dior Sauvage came together and had a love child. That, gentleman, would be their Sauvage Poseidon. And gents, I've worn this fragrance. I tested it out. This thing is friggin' amazing. The guys over at the Dior brand asked what would happen if you mixed Elysium with Aventus and Aquatic Profondo. Well, the result is their Azure Supernova 2.0. Now, of course, if you just want a fragrance inspired by, then check out their Poseidon's Absolute Elixir. This one inspired by Creed's Absolute Aventus, which, by the way, I love, but retailing for $5.75 for this small bottle? Come on. The same thing with their Poseidon's cologne. Inspired by the beautiful, but yes, overpriced Aventus cologne. This fragrance, I can tell you, is pretty much a dead ringer for the original. But I'll tell you, gents, the fragrances I get most excited about are the unique combinations. Right here, we've got Effing Cherry, which if you're a Tom Ford fan, you can guess this is a mix of Effing Fabulous and Lost Cherry. And what's funny is both of those fragrances to me are good, but this unique combination is even better. And a lot of you guys know MFK's Baccarat Rouge 540. Maybe you feel it's a little bit too sweet, more of a women's fragrance. Well, again, with these mixes, this one right here, Casino Elixir, they took Creed Aventus, mixed it with Baccarat Rouge 540, and created a hybrid that's more masculine, less sweet, still incredibly sexy, a compliment monster. And if you've been into fragrances for a while, or if you're just getting started, again, the Dior brand makes it fun with their original combinations and their affordable alternatives to some of the most expensive fragrances out there on the market. Use the link in the description of today's video to get the best deal on the web. Seriously, guys, use that link. There's also a code down there. Use it or lose it, guys. Awesome company, proud to support. Now, this next fragrance, I don't see anyone ever talking about. It's got a gaudy bottle released in 2021. It was pretty much overlooked by the fragrance community, but I'll tell you, every time I stopped by a duty-free store, sprayed this stuff on, I was getting compliments. And so about a year ago, I decided to buy it, started wearing it, and kept getting compliments, especially from my daughters. Gents, the fragrance I'm talking about is Carolina Herrera's 212 heroes. Now the Accords here, it's fresh, spicy, aromatic, with fruits, herbs, and a bit of sweetness. But what really sticks out for me is the pear note. You don't see this a whole lot in fragrances. They did a good job here. Yeah, it's a bit synthetic, but it's not bad. The longevity is good. The freshness is good. I find the cannabis note, I didn't even pick it up until I started really looking for it. And yeah, if you can look past the gaudy bottle, I think this fragrance is a great one to have in your collection, especially if you are a young man. On a side note, from that same house, if you're looking for a more mature fragrance, check out Carolina Herrera's original CH Men. Despite being released in 2009, this is one of those fragrances that nobody seems to talk about, yet it's absolutely beautiful with the leather and vanilla accords. Because it's so well blended, it's assertive, it's masculine, strong, absolutely beautiful. This thing will get you compliments. Now, the next fragrance on this list is definitely new to a lot of you guys. It's from the niche house Ojar, and this is their Wood Whisperer Eau de Parfum. A woody, powdery, musky, amber vanilla fragrance. It's a 3-season fragrance I probably wouldn't wear in extreme hot weather, but when you do wear it, maybe out at night, you're going to find that your date won't be able to keep her hands off you because of that plum note. And let me be clear, that plum is not the dominant note. It's going to be that sandalwood, hence the Wood Whisperer, but it just adds a bit of sweetness. This one, very unique, absolutely beautiful. And I know recently this is one of my wife's favorites on me personally. Yeah. Now, the next fragrance on this list is probably one of the most hype fragrances in the last year. And no, it's not Eros EDT, nor is it the EDP or the Parfum for that matter. No, the fragrance I'm talking about is the new Eros Energy. Now, in 100 years, I'm sure historians will continue to debate whether or not this fragrance was overblown, but all I know is that I enjoyed it, especially that crisp, clean citrus opening. I mean, seriously, just look at all the notes right there in the opening. I can't say you can smell them all, but this thing smells good. And as a result, I think a lot of people overspray this, probably me included, and that dry down really comes into full force with the musk, oak moss, and patchouli, and the sweetness in the middle with the black currant and white amber. I don't know, maybe people are just being nice, or maybe I am overspraying, which I probably am with this one, but every time I wear this, I get a compliment. So I think you will too. Now, the next fragrance on this list can be found at Ulta, Sephora, but it seems like everybody walks past it, which is too bad because it is a compliment monster if you wear enough of it. And that is Tiffany & Company's Tiffany in Love for Him. Now, the accords here, nothing amazing. We've got woods, aromatic, fresh, spicy, citrus, a bit of warm spice. But I don't know, there's just something classic, something underrated, something beautiful about this fragrance. I admit I do overspray this one, and it does get compared to the classic Blue de Chanel, but no, this is lighter, this is more fun, this is more casual, and for that reason, I love it. I don't know, maybe I'm just walking different, but when I'm wearing this fragrance, I get compliments, so I'm sharing this rec with you because I just don't see anyone ever talking about this one. Now, this next fragrance on this list is a relatively recent release, but it harks back to the original, and that is Invictus Parfum. Now, the original Paco Rabanne Invictus released years ago was incredibly popular. We've seen so many different flankers come and go, and what everyone complains about is how they smell so synthetic. Well, I'm not going to say the new Parfum smells all natural, but I will say it's blended well. It's one of the best flankers in the line, and I have most of them. And for some reason, this one is a compliment monster. Man, the accords here, the aromatic musk with a bit of marine soap and powder, it just works. Oh, and it projects 3 times on walks with my wife. She comes and stops by the office. We walk around town. She has noticed this every time and asked me, oh, this one smells good. What are you wearing? So yeah, Invictus Parfum for the win. Now, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, keep the viewing experience going. I got you covered with more videos here at Real Men Real Style, especially about fragrances. I love going into details, helping you guys smell good. I got you covered. Boom. Check out the next video right here.